My therapist started crying during our session. When I asked why, she showed me a photo that changed everything I thought I knew about my past. I'd been seeing Dr. Martinez for 3 months to work through what I called my abandonment issues, standard stuff: alcoholic mother who left when I was 7, a parade of foster homes, the inability to trust anyone who said they loved me. We were mid-session talking about my latest relationship implosion. When I mentioned my mother's name for the first time, she went by Catherine, but everyone called her Kat. I said Kat Morrison, not that it matters. She's probably dead by now. Dr. Martinez's pen stopped moving. The color drained from her face. Kat Morrison? She repeated, voice barely a whisper. Yeah, did you know her? She set down her notepad with shaking hands, tears already forming. That's me for a moment in 20 years of therapy across 6 different therapists. I'd never seen one cry. She returned with a worn photo from her wallet, minus 2 young women laughing at a beach, arms around each other. This is your mother, she said, pointing to the blonde on the left. I recognized her immediately from the single photo I had, and this is me. We were best friends from nursing school. My therapist had been my mother's best friend. I need to tell you something, she said, tears flowing freely now. Everything you believe about why she left minus, it's not true. She was an alcoholic who chose booze over her kid, pretty straightforward. She wasn't an alcoholic, Emma, she was dying. The room tilted. Huntington's disease, early onset. She watched her own mother lose her mind, become violent, forget everyone she loved. When she got diagnosed, she knew what was coming. But I remember the bottles, the stumbling, the symptoms, loss of coordination, Carmen's changes. Exametion assumed she was drunk. She let them think that rather than tell you the truth. Why wouldn't she tell me? Dr. Martinez pulled out more photos, my mother in scrubs, my mother holding a newborn minus me, my mother already showing signs, her smile slightly off. She made me promise, Dr. Martinez whispered. If you ever found me, I could only tell you if you were past the age when symptoms typically start. She didn't want you living in fear, waiting to lose your mind. How old? 35? You are 36? I stood up, needing air. You've known this whole time? 3 months of sessions where I called her selfish, weak, a coward. I took an oath. She made me swear on your life that I wouldn't tell you until it was safe, that I'd let you hate her if it meant you could live without fear. Did she? How did it end? She lived in a facility for 2 years. I visited every week. She remembered you until the very end. Your name was the last word she said when 8 years ago. Emma T, here is more. I couldn't handle more, but I sat back down. She wrote you letters, one for every birthday until you turned 35. I have them. She made me promise to give them to you if you ever found me after your 36th birthday. You specialize in adoption trauma, I said slowly. Your practice focuses on abandoned children. I've been waiting for you for 20 years, posted articles, gave interviews about adoption trauma, anything that might lead you to me. When you called for an appointment, I almost couldn't believe it. She handed me a thick manila envelope, 28 letters. She loved you more than you could possibly imagine. Living you was the only way she could protect you from watching her disappear. I opened the first letter with trembling hands, my mother's handwriting still clear. My darling Emma, happy 8th birthday. Today I am going to tell you about the day you were born. Dr. Martinez quietly left the room, giving me privacy to meet my mother again. 3 hours later, I'd read every letter. The last one for my 35th birthday ended with, if you are reading this, you are safe. The disease didn't take you. I can finally tell you the truth. Minus leaving you was the hardest thing I ever did, but staying would have been selfish. You deserve to remember me as your mom, not as the stranger I was becoming. All my love, always and forever, Mom. Dr. Martinez returned with tea and tissues. Am I your patient, or were you keeping a promise? I asked. Both, she said simply. You needed help, and I needed to honor my best friend. I've been your guardian angel, Emma, just like she asked me to be. We've continued our sessions. Now we talk about grief instead of abandonment, love instead of betrayal, and every week she tells me another story about Kat Morrison, minus the brilliant nurse, the devoted mother, the woman who loved me enough to let me hate her, the woman who saved me from my worst fear by becoming my only one.